Warning, I swear a lot.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Nowhere Profit. So this game was gifted to me by a friend. Thank you, Otaku. It's a game that's been recommended to me quite a lot by quite a few different people. It seems very interesting, and I was basically had the opportunity to record it thrust upon me, so I was like, why not? You guys know me, I could be continuing with my main active series, or I could try out a bunch of different random games. I almost always opt for the latter because I like to have a lot of different experiences, so here we are. But I say lots of different experiences, this is a card game and a roguelike. And a difficult one, which pretty much those three descriptors summarize everything I do on this fucking channel. It's either a roguelike, it's either a card game, or it's difficult, or any combination of two, or all three. That has been my content for as long as I can remember, but hey, I enjoy doing it, so, you know, may as well do what you enjoy. Let's jump in. So I went into this thinking like, right, I think I might try and take this recording session real slow and attempt to do well, but let's both be honest with each other, that's not going to happen. I'm going to make some total misplays and I'm going to fuck it up. I figure, let's get the mistakes out of the way as soon as possible, and then I can learn how to play the game properly. A dangerous road. You're about to set out on a dangerous journey across a hostile planet. Soma is filled with greedy people and raging beasts. It's unlikely that you will reach your goal right away. Be prepared to lead multiple caravans across the wastes. Oh, I'm sure. From what I've heard about the gameplay, it actually strikes me as being somewhat similar to Wild Frost. This world is broken. It does look pretty shit, must be said. Only the strong and the ruthless prevail in this land of ruins. Ah, and I'm neither of those things, so Hope is for the naive and the weak. Or the weak and the naive. Until I heard it's cool from the night sky, and then suddenly it was a cool thing to do. The falling star spoke of power and forgotten knowledge, like those vaults in Borderlands. It told me where it would land long before it smashed into Soma. Its voice was weak and fragmented, just like Foreman's, but it carried the promise of a way out, a path to change. And it gave me a purpose. To open a bakery. It took me weeks to cross through Soma's wilderness. Real estate is hard to find. Then its impact shook the heavens. Hissing with heat, the sand around it had turned into glass. Then it spoke of the crypt for the last time. Okay. I had spoken to machines before, but none had been this powerful, this keen, yet it was dying. In blue light, it painted a mandala into the dusty air. With this fractal symbol, it showed me glimpses of ancient knowledge from before the crash. Etched in hard light, it told me how to find and open the crypt, this place of legend. Then the fallen star spoke to me. You help, power, safety and knowledge in the crypt, you lead them. Sure, why not? As the machine died and its light slowly subsided, I could hear words of prayer and mantras all around me. Others must have seen the trail of fire, heard the star's whispers and followed it here too. Their eager faces told me that they had heard the machine speak to me. The prophet, they chanted. And so my followers had found me, and whoops, I founded another cult. It happens. Namaste, my prophet. Let me be your humble guide on this journey. I will tell you everything I know to help you make this pilgrimage a successful one, even though we both know it won't be. Let's start our journey to the crypt by opening the map, indeed. Let me just look at what... Batteries! Your battery reserves, the universal currency batteries, are used to shop and level your profit. The amount of followers in your trek, each follower is a card you can put into your convoy deck. Consumed while traveling, shop at settlements or find food on the road to replenish. Slowly reduced while traveling and through special events, share luxury items with your convoy to restore and improve hope. Brilliant. I'm sure this will go well. This is your map. Here you can pick the next destination on our way to the crypt. Simply move the map and select a spot to learn more about it. Traveling costs us food and hope. Make note of the difficult terrain, which is visible by the colored roads on the map. Fights here will have more hazards, but can also have better results. To get closer to the crypt, we need to reach the large milestone location in the upper right of the map. What is this milestone? Oh, there's the milestone. Well, I suspect... I do, that food is probably going to become a large problem. So I'm gonna... Can I actually see what that is? Teacher Shrine. Ah. Temple to heal. Source for new followers, Blue Devils, has an active market. I might want to go there, and then... I assume it does let me go back, because otherwise I'd go there and be stuck. Maybe go there, come back around, grab the food, go up through here, and make it happen. I don't know, we'll see. Travel. We're traveling. Oh boy. The sun was setting as we noticed a dark plume of smoke not far away. Sneaking closer, we saw a band of raiders celebrating their victory over a small roaming caravan of a size not unlike ours. We spotted 2 sets of clan sigils, 2 separate raider groups. They were currently busy splitting up their newly acquired batteries, slaves, and other valuables. What should we do, Prophet? We can't sneak past them. Free the slaves! We backed up and tried to get closer to the chained slaves and swiftly began our assault. One of the slaves, bruised but still wearing a warrior's turban, noticed us and promptly started shoving a fellow prisoner to distract the guards. What in all the hell is you up to? Do you want to taste the whip again? He yelled. The guards turned towards the scene, so our onslaught caught them by surprise. Okay, let's give him a fucking crack, shall we? A fight! Defend our convoy! By attacking people. In battle, you need to play your cards to survive. Cards cost energy. At the start of each of your turns, you gain an additional energy cell and all are refilled. Many of your cards are followers, which, when played, join the fight on your side, but be careful, they may fall in battle. You also have access to your leader cards on the right side. These are your abilities and they are vital to gain an immediate advantage in combat. To win, you have to attack to reduce the enemy leader to 0 health while avoiding that same fate. Be aware that any damage you take remains even after combat. Well, it'd be really nice then if I could win this without, you know, losing anything. So I have 3 energy. This music is pretty cool already, it must be said. Octavia! Spawn a beast. Do you have some kind of range, or does it not matter? Put you there. And there's a beast. Ah, proud warrior! And a snake? I'm not sure. Followers enter combat exhausted and can't act immediately. Starting with your next turn, this follower will refresh and be ready to attack or move, so summoning sickness. You can see that your follower has 2 sets of numbers, their strength and their life. Once a follower's life points reach 0, they are destroyed. When fighting, your follower's positions are critical. Only the first unblocked unit in each row can attack and be attacked. It is in frontline position and marked with 3 spikes. And a last note, units that are not in the front line can still attack, but only the obstacle that is directly blocking them. Okay, but presumably these 2 will be able to attack because there's nothing in front of them. I've got an energy left, let's draw a convoy card. I can only target myself. Cool. End turn. A scout, I see. Well, you can't attack this turn, but you are deploying too. Now we're ready to fight. Your warrior is ready. See the yellow triangle symbolizing that. Yes, yellow triangles. To attack, simply drag one of your followers onto an enemy unit. Be aware, enemy units will deal damage to your follower in retaliation. Oh, fuck your retaliation. You can also always attack the enemy leader directly. Doing this, your unit does not suffer any retaliation damage. You can also drag your follower onto an empty tile on your side to move. However, each follower can only take 1 action before being exhausted. You have 5 health. So what if I buff you? Can I shoot you? I did. Are you not just dead now? Yeah, well, that was easy. Foreman's good at the video game. Foreman beat the tutorial fight. Horn powder and water. Prophet, here you can find everything you need to know about this piece of equipment. If the item is within our cargo stores, you can also dismantle it here. This will add the item's card to your leader deck and destroy the item. At the end of your turn, if you have 6 or more energy cells, a beast joins your side. When dismantled, refresh target friendly follower, so I can give them an additional act. Okay. Interesting. And then water is supplies, food. And I gained experience. The last of the jailers fell tirelessly to the floor. We quickly broke the chains of the prisoners, ready to overpower the remaining bandits together. But when we turned to face them, they had vanished, cannily using the chaos of the fight to grab all of the loot and escape. We got slaves, a guerrilla fighter, and a bully. These guys are pretty good. Destroy a random enemy unit with taunts. Ooh. When this unit takes damage, if the first target in the opposing row is a follower, return that unit to its leader's hand. Ooh. Well, these are quite good. We got 2 more people now. Move on. Good work out, my prophet. Our people are safe, however some of your followers may have suffered wounds. They didn't. The overview at the bottom shows you how many. You may also want to take this time to check your deck. Simply select one of the cards at the bottom of the screen to inspect and edit your convoy or leader deck. So this is my convoy deck. Here you can find your battle-ready followers. On the right in the list you can see your current convoy deck. On the left, visible as cards, are all followers that are not currently in use. The settings at the bottom will help you filter these as needed. Select a card to either add or remove it to your deck. You can bring up to 24 followers in battle. You currently have no new followers to add to your deck. That's patently untrue. I literally have these literally have these. I just added them to my deck. So the child lied to me. Interesting. I'll be keeping that in mind. Warrior monks. Warrior monks. Oh, hell yeah, I love warrior monks. If you're trying to tell me that the warrior monks of Honganji weren't the tightest shit, then get out of my face. I don't want to hear it. This is where you can learn more about yourself. See the cards you bring to battle and the equipment you're using. We have found some useful equipment that you may want to inspect and use. There are two different kinds, tools and gear. Tools provide active powers while gear grants passive effects. To equip, do the thing. You can use small information icons to view details. If you want to remove it, use the small X. Okay, thank you. I like the idea of alpha pheromones because that might allow us to, you know, if a battle's drawing on long enough that we have 6 or more energy cells, then we can just start spawning beasts and we can use those as, like, you know, fodder. Get free damage in, or take hits, whichever. So obviously, for such an early battle, it made most sense to just go straight for their leader and kill him, because this could snipe him straight away. I imagine over time it will become a situation where we have to try and diminish enemy numbers while sustaining damage on their leader, to sort of try and get an advantage that way. What happens if I enter camp? Here, welcome, my prophet. You can see all the cargo our convoy is carrying. If we are low on hope, then this is where you share that with the convoy. We have nothing at the moment, though. Come back later. Okay, cool. Alright, well, I will do that, won't I? Probably. I don't know. Maybe. Travel! God, how many fights are there? The road curved up a wooded mountain towards a pass. When we finally arrived on the top, we discovered that roadblock had been set up. A group of raiders demanded batteries, food, and half of our followers as slaves. No. The answer is no. Another fight. Battle. You can select on one of the cards to adjust. Nah, we're good. I go first. Leper veteran, I dare say. Survivor of many battles, the veteran leads and supports his troops with lightning-quick strikes. Yeah, well, we'll see about that. Alright, yeah, I've got ideas. I've got ideas and schemes. In combat, you have access to your 2 decks. Draw one of each at the start of your turn and can have up to 6 and 4. If you need to draw a card but your hand is full, nothing happens, but if you draw when your deck is empty, you take 2 damage. Okay, good to know. So, yeah, there's little obstacles around. That deals 2 damage to neighboring targets. Interesting. I think burst fire will be quite useful. Do you have armor? When taking damage, it is first applied to that leader's armor. Any excess damage then reduces that leader's health. Oh, that's an issue. So if a character can't do enough damage to get past the leader's armor, do they just do nothing? We'll do it this way. We can at least guarantee that she can get through. What do you got, sir? A raider. Oh, great start. Cool. Good. Don't shoot! Do not- ow! Dick. That broke his armor. Okay. Oh, I can win this now then. Yes, I can. Get out of it. Done and done. What happened? Victory, my prophet. One of our owners just received a blessing. The follower that deals a killing blow in a fight will be blessed. So blessed. Hashtag blessed. A blessed follower immediately heals their wounds and gains +1/+0 while blessed. But beware if that follower gets wounded, they will lose this blessing. That is handy. So she's quite strong now. We got meat and machine parts and experience. I love these things. Dead bodies of our enemies littered the area. Well, body. We only killed 1 person, but sure. So this person is now wounded. Yeah, I know blessed. I'm more looking at the person who got wounded. It was the hermit, wasn't it? That person's been blessed. Everything seems fine. I suggest we just keep going. We came upon the wreck of a large modified transporter sitting right next to the road. The vehicle looked in good condition and wasn't gutted yet. Who would leave a treasure like that just sitting next to the road? Investigate. The vehicle itself was empty, but there was a great deal of spare parts that we could harvest from the engines. There is a lot of spare parts. I'll take it. Lovely. Good. Wonderful. I'm glad. Ooh. A little off the road, we spotted a creek with clear water and bordered by lush fields filled with berries. We took as much as we could carry. Lovely. I'd like some new followers. That would be neat. Let's check our status. Yeah, we have machine parts. Oh, we sell these here. Right, I see. Market. Sell. I want to sell these machine parts. For money. For commerce. Good stuff. Ruster shells. Many rusters have a shell of robust ceramics. If you manage to break enough of them, they make for fine protection. When a construct joins your side, that unit gains +2/+0, sets armor to 1 at the start of combat. Or it dismantles into this, which is a construct. Daunt, at the start of your turn, if you have at least 1 armor, lose 1 armor and deal 2 damage to the enemy leader. I'll quickly look and see what I can recruit, but that does sound pretty good. The friendly follower in front of this unit gains Stoic. What's Stoic? I didn't mean to buy him, I wanted to see what that did. Well, okay then. Okay, well, I would like to get roster shells. I think that'd be quite good. Got a fair amount of batteries. Batteries. Quickly check my deck. I accidentally got a supplicant. Some of your followers have been wounded. This happens whenever a follower is destroyed in combat, but can also be caused by events. The supplicant is wounded. You can see the wounds in the red slashes that appear on the top of their portrait and on the red bar on the right side. The follower has taken a second wound and they are lost forever. Be sure to keep an eye on your wounds to take good care of your people. To heal your wounded followers, look for safe places on the map where you can rest and treat your wounds. Also note that wounded followers with more than 1 life enter play with 1 damage but have their cost reduced by 1. Cool. I can have 3 more people and then I'm full. Oh, that's a point though. Maybe supplies might be a good idea. Oh, it costs 28 batteries. God. We're gonna get plenty of food. It'll be fine. I can already see where we're gonna get plenty of food. There's probably not enough food. Whatever. Sorry, I immediately forgot how many people. I can have 3 people. Right. I think... No. Stop. I know we got unused equipment. I haven't left yet. Leave me alone. I'm gonna get the trader because I bet people are gonna die, so we may as well turn a sacrifice into a good thing. Unit can attack or move immediately after entering battle. The effects of this card are triggered when the unit is played onto the field. Discard a leader card and draw a convoy card. Sure. What is robust? If a unit will be killed through damage, it can be moved back 1 tile. It will be moved back and heal back up to 1 life point instead. I'm gonna get that guy. I think I can afford 1 more person. If I remember correctly. Yeah, I can have 1 more person. I'll get the Vanguard. He seems quite useful. Potentially. Or he won't be. I don't know. I've never really been good at figuring out what's good and what isn't good at a glance. He is also wounded, so, you know, that's a thing. I don't have enough money for the food. That's fine. We'll just start building up our money again. Okay, there's no safe camp to rest here, apparently. I don't really buy it, but whatever. Convoy perks. Hardened Outsider. Heal 1 additional damage on your profit or 1 additional follower wound when resting. Why do we have that? I don't know, but it's cool. Unfortunately, the Ruster shells are not equipment. So I can either have Spiked Construction starting armor, or I can have Alpha Pheromones. Ruster shells seems like it would help, although I don't have any constructs. I'll unequip that, I'll equip Ruster shells, and I'll try and look into getting constructs, but I really just wanted it for the starting armor, because if I can avoid taking damage, that will help us in the long run, I think. Here you can edit your leader deck by spending 1 focus point to remove a card from your leader deck. Be aware the cards are removed permanently and that there is a minimum deck size that you cannot fall below. Okay, well I can't do that, so it's moot. It's moot. Moot, I say. This could be dismantled into refresh. Does that now join this deck? Yes. Cool. Alright, time to move on. I spent a long time here actually. Longer than I thought. Let us continue. Oh, there's more down here. Oh no, this is where I am. I could go up there and then... Okay, yeah, well... I could either go that way or that way. That seems to be closer. It actually doesn't make a difference. Good chance to find food. It's not guaranteed food, I see. Go that way to see if we find anything interesting. Just off the road, we encountered 2 figures who sat in the dust. They held up empty bowls, their blank expressions and hollow cheeks, indicating that they were close to starvation. One of them was an old woman with tangled hair and cloudy eyes. The other a young girl that was almost naked except for a few rags. You guys should join us or you'll die. As you take decisions, your convoy will increase or weaken their belief in a certain mindset, believer, scholar, or altruist. With high enough scores in one of these mindsets, you'll have access to unique options in the situations you encounter. +1 altruist. We signaled them to climb onto one of the wagons. The old woman shooed the young girl towards us but stayed behind, too weak to travel. She waved us goodbye while the girl just stared ahead in a catatonic state. A peerless hunter. That doesn't look like a young girl, but okay. I'm happy though with this. This card is rare and more powerful than regular cards. A unit can attack even if it is not in a frontline position. Destroys followers damaged by this unit. Interesting. Peerless hunter is quite good. Except a squad of Union soldiers appeared at our perimeter and demanded that at least a quarter of our people join their collective. We carefully considered their offer and then gave the signal to attack and kill them. Cool. Fucking authorities bringing us down. I can change where I stand based on the game I'm playing. In Frostpunk, I'm a true totalitarian dictator, but here I'm a freedom fighter. Adept at building defenses and tunnels, these armored sappers are everywhere the Union has a foothold. 3 energy, 3 health, 3 armor. Okay, well, let's see what we can do. Keep or replace cards, you go first. Why did I even read that? It doesn't matter. You have no special effects. Battlefield Healer. Heal all friendly followers by 3. Let's talk about scrapping cards. If you don't like a card, you can discard it in exchange for a new card of the same type. Simply drag it on the scrap symbol at the bottom of the screen to discard it. However, you can only scrap 1 card each turn, so be careful with that. Okay. If we just get the blue devil grunt on the field, we could almost kill him in one go. But I suspect we're not going to get away with, what was I saying? Yeah, I suspect we're not going to get away with just sniping him in one go. Play you. And we'll bolster you, because you're probably going to be the front line. And end turn. A shepherd, eh? And a worker. Gain 1 armor. I don't like that. I'm going to play this real fucking basic. But sometimes the more simple tactics are the best ones. Interesting, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So yours is Fury buff with armor, isn't it? Yeah, so now that you've been played, you've pretty much used what you can do. Break his armor, and we should be able to kill him next turn. Now the question is, are they going to kill the trader? Or are they going to try and take out the initiate? Crashjacker. Hopefully he won't be able to attack this turn. Yeah, they killed the trader. We've lost one of our followers. Yeah, it happens. They've been removed from that combat, but don't worry, they're not completely gone. They've already suffered a wound. A follower that has taken 2 wounds is completely destroyed, yes. Interesting. Wounded followers in hand. If they're destroyed, they'll be gone. I know. Well, they play the trap, which meant if I play someone, they'll take 2 damage. But alternatively, we could just do none of that and kill him. Yes, I could do that, and that's what I did. Bread and edible oils. Luxury items can be shared with the convoy to restore hope and to gain a status effect for the next battle. At the start of combat, draw a leader card. Lovely. Butter, ghee, or other edible fats and oils can help make food a lot more nourishing and tasty. Lovely. The dead bodies of our enemies littered the area, as they tend to when they are our enemies. It happens a lot. So we got some wounds. It's no good. No safe camp to rest here. God, how do I make a safe camp? What decides what is and isn't a safe camp? Do a big travel. As the sun set, we found a perfect campsite next to a clear river. There were chunky crayfish in the water and fruits in the purple leaf trees on the river's banks. Some of the convoy claimed that this could only be the work of the gods, and so we thanked the heavens for our luck. We got fruit and meat. Veggies and non-veggies alike get to partake in fooding today. It's a good time. Home of a skilled teacher, Firebrand, has an active market. We don't have many batteries, so I hope their services are cheap. The sun had barely risen above the horizon when a small group of people came stumbling down the path through the grey morning mist. It was a man and various family members dressed in rags pulling their meager belongings in a cart. Fuck it. Hi. We waved at the man, signaling him to come closer and join us. I'm Ma, he said, smiling weakly. His family looked famished, staring at us with blank expressions. They were sole survivors of a nearby farm that was attacked by raiders. We got +3 altruist, and we got survivors, a vanguard and a kennel master. So on both So you have Taunt, and when you die, you spawn a beast with Taunt. And I believe we already have a Vanguard. In fact, we bought one. Lovely. Move on. How is this not safe camp? Fuck you! I say hope is dropping a bit, so it might be worth actually getting some hope. Learn from a teacher to add a new card from that class to your leader deck, or meditate to earn a focus point, which allows you to remove a card. Fuck it, start learning. I want this one. Merciless. Destroy all followers with strength 3 or less. Ooh. Wait, can I just flip them all? Target follower gains 1 month. Target is damage, it gains 2/2 instead. Oh, I get to pick 3 and then choose one. All your followers take 1 damage and gain +2. I mean, Merciless could be a helpful board clearer if our opponents are stacking a lot of enemies. Stacking a lot of weak units and ours are all dead. But Relentless... it's basically bolster, but better, because if the target is damaged, it gains even more. So get Relentless, I say. Good stuff. Let's use the edible oils. You just shared a luxury item. Everyone's really pleased. It also grants a temporary status effect that will only be active for the next battle. If you share multiple in short succession, only the most recent status effect will be active, so space that shit out, I suppose. I think I'll go down that way, through there, up there to that, and then push forward. That's what I'll do. Is that a good idea? I don't know. I don't know if you're supposed to hang about, or if you should just go. As the sun reached the horizon, a small fire up ahead drew our attention. A band of pilgrims had set up camp and invited us to join them. Yeah, let's rest. Pilgrims welcomed us and shared some of their dry bread and tea with our convoy. I keep thinking that says colony. It's because I'm British, isn't it? Thank you for the bread and tea. I appreciate it. You want to join us? After hearing the story of the fallen star and the prophecy, the pilgrims swiftly became interested in our journey. Understanding the spiritual value of our path, they decided to join the caravan. Flesheteer, an explorer, and a mendicant. Fascinating. Is this increasing the cost of... No, it's not increasing the food cost or anything, so you may as well get as many cards as you can. So what's barrier? Yeah, I know, I want to look, you fucking game. Ugh. Next time this unit would take damage, remove the barrier instead. God, that's good. You're just a strong guy, which is not really necessary. Get the Flesheteer, because the Flesheteer is also really fucking cool. Get him in there. Deal 1 damage to all other followers and constructs. I don't know about that. It could be useful, but it requires me to basically have nothing on the board. Instead of a scout, have the Peerless Hunter. They should be able to just remove enemies as and when. So I have to bear in mind that some of these people are going to go up in cost when they're healed. So that could be a thing. I'll replace a raider with a scout. We'll go from there. Are these good ideas? I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know what the game has in store. Like, I don't know what kind of challenges I'm expecting to face here. We made camp next to a gorgeous lake, enjoying the fine weather and picturesque location, but all of a sudden a group of blue devils appeared out of nowhere and attacked us. Obviously this must have been one of those lethal misunderstandings, so typical for our times, but we had no other way out than to defend ourselves. He's a leper veteran with 2 armor. How quaint. Let's do this. This seems fine. Already got an idea for my first turn. When fighting, your followers' positions are critical. Only the first unblocked unit... Yeah, I know how this works. Units you want to protect should be in the back. Yeah, I know. There we go. Those 2 will do 4 damage to him right off the back, and that's a bat, sorry. And that's assuming we don't even, don't get some kind of bonus. Oh, you've destroyed your own cover. And summoned a raider. Interesting. I reckon we can play this one a little more chill than we have been previously. Yeah, I think so. Get rid of them. Off they go. Hermit, engage and smash. Well, actually, if he would be killed, he just moves back a tile. Oh, so he's actually a really good tank. Leave him then. Engage and smash his fucking face in. Well, he shot my beast. And he turned their attack power to 0, which is very annoying. But it says refresh. Does that mean they're no longer exhausted? Does that mean I could use that on the first turn? It actually doesn't matter, I don't think. Off you go. Thank you. Water and sweets. Luxury items at the start of combat. Draw a convoy card. Finally packaged sweets in a wide assortment of flavors and colors. Everyone loves sweets. I don't even have a sweet tooth and I love sweets. Dead bodies of our enemies. They litter the area. They will be fined for littering. Such is the fate of those who fall in battle. Our convoy approached a fortified structure behind a rough barricade that consisted of rubble, wire, and wooden stakes. Smoke rose from a handful of buildings. The gate to the settlement was closed and the guards were watching us from towers. Investigate? We had our scouts check around the fort to make sure there wasn't an ambush. They reported back that after a while that this wasn't a normal settlement and there were snipers hiding in the fort's margins. Move on. Could do without it. Don't need to be sniped, thank you. Hypnotizing circles and symbols covered the floor and walls of the temple. The monks, following the doctrine of the machine, tended to the many switches and levers in silence. A handful of believers made the journey to the temple. Some prayed, others gave offerings to priests, but all hoped for blessings from the holy machine. What do you have? A flamethrower? Oh, a pre-crash tool. We're not sure what its original purpose was, but it makes a great weapon now. Yeah, I want it. But I don't have the batteries. I could sell sweets, but I don't want to. It feels like hope constantly gets really low, so you should just use... You need to try and top it up whenever you can. Share. There we go, everyone's healed. Marvelous. I'll have to review this a little bit, won't I? This seems fine. This seems okay. Everything's fine. Leave camp and move on. No one's going to die randomly. Which means big success. The sharp tones of a signal whistle interrupted an otherwise perfectly peaceful afternoon. The outrider who had sounded that alarm was riding back to the camp, pursued by a gang of feral attackers armed with spears and guns. Well, we don't have 50 people. So, attack, I suppose. Time to fight. Feral shaman, healing and slinging curses are the daily businesses of a shaman. Both are pretty useful on the battlefield. Doesn't have any armor, but does have 6 health. Get rid of those. And that. And see what you can get me. Might be able to work with these things. Get rid of refresh. That could actually be quite useful right now. Because I have armor, so take that. And then Wild Hand. Why are you there? That's... whatever. It's fine, it's fine. You killed my beast. Why would you do that? You fucked up! You fucked up! You fucked up! You fucked up! Get out of here, idiot. Vegetables and plant fibers. They can be sold. Lovely. Dead bodies, they're littering. Make it stop. Shouldn't I be able to like level up or something now? Like my experience is at max. Yeah, I can level up. You've earned enough experience points to level up. You will earn experience points whenever you win a battle, and sometimes even during events on the road. Level up. Level up to increase your maximum health and learn a new card. You can only pick one of the available options, so pick the right one or die. You need batteries for this. Fuck me. Never mind. Hype over, everyone go home. Counter hype. Hype countered. Good rewards, but well defended. It occurs to me I didn't need to go this way. I could have gone that way. Fuck it, we ballin'. We ballin'. We ballin'. Doing a video. Our journey was abruptly halted by the yelled warnings of our outriders. We reached for our weapons. Suddenly, the enemies were upon us. 7 health. Scion Herald, spreading the gospel of the dreaming god with words and gifts or with fire and sword, even at the cost of their own lives. Alright, well, let's make it happen, shall we? This seems fine. Looking at the situation, I think we'll play a nice raider, so we're getting the strongest thing we can. We can save these for next turn. Healing station, heal all neighbor followers by 2. And an initiate. Oh yeah, I can make use. Oh yeah, I can. Oh yeah, I can make use of that. Go on then, just a little bit. Yeah. Didn't kill that, but that's fine. I didn't need it to. Now gain power. 5. Now gain power. 7. Now kill them. Done. They're like little puzzles, you know? You look at the situation, you go, oh yes, I can solve this immediately. I assume this starting area is piss easy, and it gets a lot worse later on. I'm not gonna pat myself on the back too much here. But it's nice to resolve these situations, and the gameplay style is interesting in the sense that battles can either be ended in an instant or last a ridiculously long time. Omen of the End. Destroy all your other followers and refill all your energy cells. Revenge. Deal X damage to random enemy unit where X is the untouchable strength. So 1 as standard. Is that a construct? No, it's a person. At the start of your turn, after drawing, discard a random card. Is that why he's so cheap? Interesting. Don't think I want any of them in the team right now, but they are interesting. Dead bodies, big littering. I don't have enough to, you know, level myself up, but I will soon. We've got a lot of food, not quite so much hope. And only some plant fibers, which I can't dress that up as something that people actually want, so that won't raise hope. They are just plant fibers after all. The sun had barely risen above the horizon when a small group of people came stumbling down the path through the grey morning mist. It was a man and various family members. Invite them in. We waved at the man, signaling him to come closer and join us. Another Ma! I can't believe how many Mars there are around here. Vanguard, Bleak Rider. If unit attacks and destroys its target follower, refresh rage unit. Oh, that's good. Ooh, okay. Bleak Riders are interesting. Wonderful. Our Outriders came back with worrying news. They saw the metallic bodies of a swarm patrol in the distance. We continued with caution, holding our weapons close. A few hours later, we found the burned-out husk of a carriage standing in the middle of the road. Bodies of animals and humans pierced by energy weapons were scattered around it. That could have been us. Approach it. They wouldn't need their batteries anymore, so we took everything we could find. With the patrol possibly still in the area, we didn't have time to burn the bodies and moved on as soon as we were done. Yeah, seems wise. Cool, I can level up now. And I will. Here. Level up! Level up. Select a card to flip it. Destroy all followers. Deal 2 damage to all enemy followers for every refreshed follower on your side. Exhaust all your followers. That's interesting. I like Quick Shot. I like Quick Shot. It's simple and it's cheap and it does what it needs to. You've increased your level. This adds the selected card to your leader deck. Whenever you level up, you can increase your maximum health and you gain focus points. These are used to trim your deck. Removing cards that are not useful or strong enough is helpful because it will improve the chance that you draw the cards you want. I got health. Now what don't I need? Static charge has proven to be very useful thanks to that armor point I've got. It's allowed for some pretty rapid victories, actually. Considering the various options we have to draw more cards, like at the start we can mulligan and then every turn we can discard and redraw, I don't think I need reinforce. We'll see how stupid that may have been, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like we really need them. We still only have plant fibers. We could do something that provides a bit of hope. The next milestone on our travels, defended by Rajgard Glory Seeker. Interesting. Well, not looking forward to that. A band of warriors led by one of the Raj's Glory Seekers had lain in wait for us along the road. Their leader, a high-ranking slave proudly showing some of the military's medals on his tattered robe, spoke up. The Raj demands slaves from his Glory Seekers, and unfortunately for you, we haven't fulfilled our quota yet. Well, how about that? He's tougher. Glory Seekers are the highest rank a slave in the Raj's employ can hope for, and surprisingly, it is hard to attain and only granted to the toughest of them. I'm not going to be winning this in one round, I don't think. This seems fine. I know what I'll do. When a friendly follower is reduced to 0 life points, return it to your hand with cost reduced by 1 once per turn. That's awful. Luckily, it's limited uses. We need some constructs, really, but we don't have those yet. We'll get a Flesheteer on the field. He's got a barrier, and we can block him as well. And he'll still be able to fire. When a follower joins the enemy, it deals 2 damage. We have a means to deal with that. Yes, sirree. Let's try... Can I actually... That is not a legal target for this card. Ah, I see. So I was hoping to use my sniper to get rid of them, thanks to the barrier. I don't want my followers to suffer 2 damage every time they join the fucking battlefield. And annoyingly, it does deal damage back, which means the barrier will break if the Flesheteer attacks. I think it's a bit early to have that in the deck. That will be useful, just not yet. So what's the point? Ah, that's awkward. Well, there's nothing else for it then. Oh, that spends it. Okay, so it doesn't just get to do that constantly. All right, good to know. That's helpful. I suggest, why don't we turn this guy into an absolute machine? See how that goes. Bad idea? Probably. That's very annoying. That's very annoying that he did that. I do have a solution of some kind. He's been healed. You have to move there. You can kill them. That's something. It helps. Static charge isn't really an option for us anymore. Oh, funny. Yeah, fuck you. Okay, you're probably going to get rid of the sniper, aren't you? Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, actually, they'll probably get rid of the trader, because the trader has more health. Does more damage. That would be the smarter play. Point is, you're going to attack someone who will kill you in return. You can't attack because you moved. Yeah, I understand this. Get a cheap shot on them. Get this started. See if we can't make something else go. Ah, cool. The armor I just got rid of. Ah, cool. Thanks. Yeah, appreciate it. Oh, good. 2 of them. Ah, fucking brilliant. Just marvelous. That does buff these 2, which is nice, but you literally just summon the card straight back. Aha! That new enemy unit has taunts. Yes, good. I'm very glad that it does. You fool! See what you've done with your stupid ass. Off you go. Remember, you can always attack the enemy leader directly as long as there are no active taunt units in play. Yeah, I know how to do it. Stop. I'll get rid of them for now. Ah, see, that's more useful. Got 2 energy left. As long as it's there. As long as it's in a frontline position. Then I suggest get rid of them. You get rid of them. You go for them. They'll attack them and they'll die. I mean, that's just what happens. It's necessary. Gotta make some sacrifices. Stealth. Never seen that before. Don't just damage me directly. I'm the one who does that, not you. What does stealth do? Unit can't be attacked by enemy units and can attack all enemy units regardless of position. Lasts until this unit takes damage from a unit or obstacle. I could use Neural Shiv to kill it. I don't like what that might get up to. But 6 energy is a high cost. And I wouldn't be able to summon anything this turn. And that Raider is fucking tough. That guy does 3 damage. He can knock out either of these 2. I mean, these 2 can as well, but I'm planning to have the medic take care of them. That'd be 2 of them gone. They could remove whoever they want, basically. We need to control the board. We know, oh, it'd be helpful if we did anyway. Start moving towards ending the fight. I don't know, seems like the best way to go. I could use static charge, but not keen. Phalanx. Reduce the cost of a random convoy card in your hand by 1. Took out the sniper. Why? Oh, I just got rid of it peacefully. Right, and now they've got taunt. They've caused us a real problem with that. So 3, 4, 5, 6. We could sacrifice everything we've got. We mean we need to. We actually need to. If like it's blocking us entirely, we can't get around it. So we pretty much need to do it this way. Unfortunate, but there's actually no other options as far as I can tell. At least you're gone. I don't want to play the Raider yet, because that guy could knock out the Raider in one go and it'd be a completely unnecessary loss. That's fine, they just went for me instead. You pushed them pretty fucking far back. Why would you do that? Play a bit of a risk here. Warrior Monk has taunts, which would block exactly 1 attack. You can't attack anyone because you're at the back. Unfortunately, they played that very well. Well, that would massacre anyone who tried to attack it, so it needs to go. Oh, you can just move there. Alright, that's very helpful. Get the Warrior Monk on the field. We might not need the Raider, but put them on the field anyway, just in case. Valiant effort, but it wasn't quite enough. Off you go. We took some wounds. Oh, yes, we did. We got edible oils. Your losses, minus 10 HP for the Prophet and 7 wounds. We got some food. We got some slaves who are now friends. Company agent. A random convoy card in your hand gains 2/2. That's nice. Soldier, first strike. When attacking with enough damage to kill the target, the first strike unit doesn't suffer retaliation damage. Oh, I want you. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I want them. I want them in the deck. Dead bodies are littering. That thing they do. Outriders reported that we were only a short distance away from the Union's gigantic home, Pit 9. We passed a heavily fortified checkpoint where we were searched and briefly interrogated by officers of the Fist. The Union soldiers and enforcers. Then our path descended into the large valley, a broken landscape that looked like it had been devastated by giants with shovels. Not giant shovels, just giants with shovels. They were normal-sized shovels, wielded by giants. So it was kind of like trying to use a spoon. We made camp on the edge of the large terraces that were crawling with people, ancient rusting machinery, huts, markets, chicken farms, and the remains of the pit's former structures. Looking around, there were several options of where to go from here. This raised hope. Good. Helpful. Okay, there's a lot. Convoy unlocked. The Nomads. Ah, new convoy. Which we probably can't use on this playthrough, but in the future. Get hope up. I would like to heal myself. If I die, we're kind of fucked. No more resting possible, that's fine. Where's that fucking soldier? There he is. What a lad. Get rid of the Crashjacker, replace with soldier. Actually, get rid of 1 scout and replace it with... Actually, maybe not the scout. That's too much trade in terms of cost. Get rid of the bully and replace it with the company agent. Good, good, good. Happy with that. We got a fair amount of followers so far. Recruit new followers? What do we got? Cutter, drone, flex. He loves to flex. Drone is a keyword for mechanical followers. Does it count as a construct? Or is drone a different thing? Next time this unit would take damage, remove the barrier instead. Handy. Assault rifle. A rapid fire slug thrower in a nice portable package. Great for your personal rampage. That's handy. We should sell those plant fibers. Yes, we should. We still have fuck all money, but now we have slightly more fuck all money. We can't actually afford anything here, so that's cool. Okay. Blast. When attacking, deal 1 damage to all the target's neighbors. This can target empty tiles. Ooh. So you can kind of snipe. If you have any armor, gain Stoic. What is Stoic, though? Warden of the Engine. Spawn 1 drone with Taunt for every 2 units the enemy has more than you. That's a good contingency unit. Like, if things are going really wrong, that can bail you out. Get rid of 1 warrior monk, because you don't need to get Warden of the Engine. So what's the crane? This gigantic construction like a metal crab that feasts on the land was the crane, the political center of Pit 9, the home of the Central Committee, and guided by the mine's military forces, the Fist. Midway up the structure, we could see what used to be the control center and was now the committee's chambers. Approach. We approached this well-maintained and fortified compound, watched by suspicious eyes. A heavy stone wall topped with barbed wire restricted access to the crane to a single checkpoint. A soldier built like a Brunta and missing a front tooth stopped us. Requires Union follower rare, which we don't have. Hey, we have important business, you know. You want in? Well, we may have something for you, the guard said, leading us to a lower part of the crane. There we were brought to see an agent of the Union, black tech sleeve covering her right arm and hand. I have a job for you, lucrative stuff. See, we have a problem with some unruly citizens that seem to have trouble with the idea of the greater good. I want you to go and talk some sense into them. Sure, why not? A man in simple civilian clothes led us to a remote area of the slopes. Here in an old warehouse, a group of angry citizens was caught up in a heated discussion. The moment we entered, panic broke out. Some reached for their weapons, others tried to flee. I thought we could talk. I was gonna try. I'm fighting Foreman! We're fighting me! Look, he's even got my hair. I'm working on growing it out, I just haven't quite got there yet. The Fist is the backbone of the Union's might. Its members ready to give their life for its ideals, and like their mining tools, it's not subtle, but it is effective. Okay, I guess we're fighting then, aren't we? Might be able to end this very quickly, potentially. Oh, you're going first. Ah, I see. Why? You're playing so much. Stop. I do have a means to deal with this, however. That did take care of things, yes. You can get rid of the Explorer. No luck on that front. Get rid of that. And play a scout. Yes. And let's see if any of that was a good idea. Okay. You don't have taunts. You do have taunts, but you would be killed. I assume that means you get to attack twice, so let's actually test this, because it occurs to me I don't know. Yeah, it does. Okay, off you go. Sorted. Victory, meat, plant fibers, experience, all of it. The fight just ended when the agent appeared again. Excellent work. A few may have gotten away, but nothing to worry about. She handing us a bag of batteries as payment. You can go. We'll clean up after you. I have money now. And I can level up. Maybe I should. Let's sell that first, because we have no use for it. Well, I just oppressed the downtrodden, so I guess it is the Frostpunk series, isn't it, really, when you think about it? Level up again. Only costs 10. Do it. I mean, Blind Rage has some real potential to just end a fight. It really does. You just unlocked an additional slot for an additional piece of equipment. I said additional twice, even though it was only here once. Very few levels, a new equipment slot will become available for you to use. Good, maybe I should get some equipment. I can't afford any of it, so I could get a Molotov. This improvised explosive is what you get when setting your opponent enemies on fire is more important than a good buzz. Target leader discards 2 leader cards. I mean, I don't have any equipment, so why not? Make something happen. Also, I've noticed that our name is Ku, so I'm gonna be nice and make a reference. There we go, you're welcome. If such a thing even matters to you remotely. Molotov. Good. Let's explore the gallows. The gallows were a large entertainment district with the public execution area at its center. As we arrived, a group of young men, obviously not locals, but feral intruders, were being hanged for stealing. They soon dangled in the wind, large signs around their necks that stated that they were feral. Hire help? I don't have any money, so let's just talk to the locals. We talked to a few traveling merchants. Traders from the cult of the machine recognized our benign connection to the artificial and gave us good advice to avoid close contact with the sects in the coastal areas. Do keep an open eye or two. The Shurimists call our sacred technologies a demonic force and will try to kill you on sight. So we are kind of scholarly now. This shows how much a convoy is driven by curiosity and their desire to understand. This shows how giving and open your convoy is. It's not a colony. Goddamn. We moved on from our camp to the main living quarters on the slopes, a gigantic motley of all housing constructions imaginable. Despite the chaotic appearances, life seemed to have some sort of order here. Sell some of our food. We looked for a place to trade goods and found a small community market where we could trade some of our food for batteries. Let Nanda haggle. Received a good amount of batteries in exchange for some of our supplies. Cool. Well, we're always low on batteries, so that does help. Down in the center of the pit, there were several massive holes, each swarming with workers. These caverns led to the underground mining areas called the Works. There were a few checkpoints, but it was chaotic enough that we could easily sneak past. Have Joyla sneak you in. Fuck it. Trying to casually blend into the chaotic mass of mining workers turning up to their shifts, we simply walked past the guards. We hurried down into the gigantic network of mine shafts and corridors. We quickly made for one of the less busy tunnels to get away from the overseers. So you're telling me that 40 people just casually walked in and a guard did not notice at all, bearing in mind many of us are armed. But sure. Our small band veered away from the main working areas to look for some easy scavenging in one of the side tunnels. We stepped down an ancient staircase and shimmied past a fence to access the lower level. In the middle of a tunnel, we found a gigantic mining machine that was oddly corroded. When we approached it, a swarm of tunnel beasts hissed. There was no other choice but to fight our way out. Oh, okay. We're doing this now. This sort of terrifying beast is led by a vicious lizard. Look how scary he is. Okay. Hold on to refresh, because we might be able to end this in one go with that. This all seems fine. Prophet, you have a tool equipped which gives you access to an active power during combat. A power may cost energy and can only be used once each combat. You can also only use one power each turn, as using one exhausts your leader until your next turn, so your leader can be exhausted. This makes sense. Attacker's convoy gains batteries. Ah. Well, I'm gonna play a risky game here that I think will pay off, or it won't. Fuck your cards. Jaroon Climber! I know that's like a species and descriptor, but I want to think that that's his name. His name is Jaroon Climber. What a name, what a guy. Okay, well it should be as simple as attack, and then refresh, and then attack, and we're done. Good stuff! Bones! Everyone loves bones, and I can sell them. Valuables can be sold. Some glorious animal vanquished and turned into sturdy materials for furniture, jewelry, or tools, and some meat. Ooh! After we had slain the last of the beasts, we tended to our wounds and searched the surrounding areas. There are a surprising number of useful items that were dropped by the beast's previous victims. A mining crew, complete with overseer. Fucking delicious. Alright, Ku, what can we give you? Security sleeve. Do you regularly travel through toxic sludge? Do you live in London and do you frequent the Thames? Then this full body sleeve, if it's still working, is the best you can get. When a follower with taunt joins your side, that follower gains 0+0+2. That's really good. Sets armor to 2 at the start of combat. So do those stack? I guess we'll find out, won't we? Or I could get Scorch Iron. Target friendly follower gets +2 -1. Or we could get Scorch. Do you use a Molotov or a fucking flamethrower? Select a row on both sides. Each leader discards a convoy card for each follower in their own target row. That's actually really useful. I say equip that and dismantle that. Because sabotage is actually pretty fucking good. I'm telling y'all, it's sabotage! So I've got 42 batteries. Put simply, I can only buy one of these things. I like the idea of making sure we never run out of food. And I've decided that that company agent looks so fucking cool that I actually want it to be me. This will be Foreman. Marvelous. Back in you go. We've got plenty of backup troops in case we lose people, so that's pretty good. With just 2, well, we can wait, but with 2 more batteries, we can level coup up again, and that'd be fantastic. But I'm going to leave this one here, ladies and gentlemen, because I'd like to keep these of a reasonable length. I will continue this, if anything, just to get to the end of this run, because I think that would be more fun to just sort of, so we can all see what happens together, see how well I do on my first playthrough of the game. Not expecting success. I am not expecting to win this at all. It's not that kind of game. Surely, your first playthrough is always going to be a failure. Like, I'm sure many people probably have beaten this on their first run. There are some really good roguelike card game players out there, but I don't have high hopes for myself. But this game is very fun. It's very enjoyable, actually. I'm really into it already, and I'd love to keep going, but for the sake of future me and the editing involved, we've been recording for about an hour and a half. That's reasonable, that should probably do it, but been enjoying this very much. Obviously, I am going to do a follow-up to this because I want to see what happens next, but do let me know if you want to see more anyway, because that will inform me as to whether I should do more runs on the show or if I should just do this run and leave it there. I'd be interested, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you think. But ladies and gentlemen, it's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to Linky, Zeontida, Bimblewart, Tum King, Majoko Mime, and Adash Sanjeev, Alkir, Honeydew Corporation, Sweet Baby Red, MB Alias, Lord Scullington, Jessicitty, Plutonium Pie, Dreamer Ghost, Leper Lullaby, K-Bub, Magical, The Frostbite, Monsoon, World, Warmaster Oku, SCP-106A, Namad, and Kenny T800 for supporting me on Patreon. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you all so much for watching. This game's cool. This game's enjoyable. I can see myself putting a lot of time into this. I can also see it getting extremely fucking difficult. So, yeah, that's going to be a thing. I would be surprised if I made it to the next milestone. I truly would. In fact, I have a sneaking suspicion that the next episode I'll last like 20 minutes and then die. Because that's just how it tends to go with these kinds of games. And then I'll have to be like, well, do I start another run? And it's like, oh no, the next run's doing really well. Do I extend the series even further? It's going to be a bunch of awkward decisions. But let me know what you think. If you want to see more, it makes, or even if you don't want to see more. Either way, it makes my decisions a lot easier. You know, it makes it much easier for me to decide whether to continue Sync or not. So let me know what you think. But thank you so much for watching. What happens next time? And we'll die immediately, I'm sure. And when I do, I hope I don't see you there so you don't laugh at me. Toodles, goodbye.